Today's core bite bell ringer is number 18, so make sure you're looking at the right page, and I'm going to read through these and give you a hint. Also notice that numbers 1, 2, and 4 are circled. That means those are the types of questions that will be on your first core bite quiz. Number 1 says the pet store has 12 dogs, 7 kittens, and 3 birds. What is the ratio of birds to kittens? I want you to pause the video and underline birds to kittens. So because birds is mentioned first in the question, when you write your ratio, you need to make sure that you are stating the number of birds first, then the number of kittens. If you will pause your video and write your answer to number 1 in the blank. Now that you have solved number 1, you should have gotten letter C. The answer was 3 to 7. There were 3 birds to 7 kittens. The ratios of birds to kittens, 3 to 7. Number 2, you should not need a hint because we have just covered multiplying with decimals. I need you to make sure that you line up your numbers and multiply 2 4/10 times 2 8/10. You need to show your work out to the side. I will be looking to see that you showed your work for number 2. Pause your video and complete number 2. So your answer, the correct answer for number 2 would be 6 72/100. If you missed that, I need you to watch carefully as I go through the multiplication. So I've got my digits lined up. 4 times 8 is 32. Put my 2, carry the 3. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 3 is 19. Now, because I'm moving to this 2 right here, I'm going to put a 0 to hold that space, and then 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm ready to add, and there are 2 decimal places in my problem, so I need 2 in my answer, 6 72/100. Number 3 is a true-false question. If you will look at the picture, read the statement, and mark true or false. Pause your video and complete number 3. The correct answer to number 3 is true. A rectangular prism, like you see here, has 2 parallel bases. That means there's a rectangle on the top and there's one on the bottom that are parallel to each other, and they are also congruent, which means they are the same size. So that was true. For number 4, it's saying the table shows the number of houses in 12 neighborhoods, and it's asking you to find the mode of the data. Last week on one of your bell ringers, I introduced to you what mode is, and I had you write down a definition. Today, you're going to write down this same definition. So I'm going to go through it, and then I want you to pause the video, and you must copy this definition. The mode is the value or values that appear most often. Pause your video and write down that definition. Mode is the value or values that appear most often. Now that you know what mode is, I want you to look at your list of numbers and go through your list and try to find the value or the number or numbers that appear the most. You could have more than one answer. There might be more than one answer for the mode. And if you'll pause your video and write your modes in that blank to number 4. Okay, the correct answers, there were 2 modes, 46 and 38. Both of those numbers appear twice. There are 2 46s in the data, and there are 2 38s in the data. No other number appears that many times. So it is possible to have more than one mode. It could be a number or numbers that appear most often. Make sure if you missed that one today that you understand why you missed those. Also, remember, I'm taking your core bite sheet up, so make sure that you have all of your answers, the written work that is required to solve these, and you should have all of the correct answers. When you finish, put your core bite sheet away.